these 5 imperatives. When a human being does not fulfill these commands, when God creates a human being and a human being fails to fulfill and live within these commands, his purpose on earth is not only a disgrace, but a disappointment, a big loss. And as the text in Matthew tells us, Matthew 25, the parable of the talent, he's a good-for-nothing individual in the economy of God. I am convinced that when all is said and done for man on earth, when we shall finally appear before God to give an accountability before him, we shall be judged by whether we lived or did not live according to God's created purpose of us on this planet. Allow me to take a moment with you now to delve into what God wants us to understand from these 5 imperatives. The first one is be fruitful. Literally translated, this means to be filled with fruits. It means to bear much fruit. I want to put a negation here. When you read from many of our local translations and you get to discover the reading of this text, I've was taking issues with the Bible Society, where I am a board member, over this text also. Because when you read it from many of our translations, this reading, the Bible reads, Mugende muzale, mwale, mujuzensi. Loosely translated, the Bible seems as if, that translation seems as if to be giving us an understanding that God has created us in this world to go and produce children and fill this earth with children. That's a wrong translation of this text. I've been a teacher of languages for about 16 years in the university. And I want to tell you that that is far from what God created you for. Never go out from the reading of this text and go and get married to start producing children and making your wife a factory of children, thinking that you are fulfilling the will of God. The word fruitful, be fruitful, is an agricultural terminology. God created us to be agriculturists with a close bearing and connection with the soil where we come from and where we return finally after sin. The Hebrew word for fruitful means to be productive. The Hebrew word means also, it has a semantic range, it means to be enterprising. The Hebrew word means to be industrious. It means to flourish. It means to be rich. Yes, it can mean to reproduce also. But that is a minute element of this word. What the Hebrew word is bringing to our understanding is that God, having created us in his image and likeness and endowed us with the capacity, God expects each one of us to be fruitful. And in so doing, he expects us to be productive. And this productivity is in the 3 spheres. In the space above, on the land, and below the land. God is sending us